Okay, from here we've got 3 branches, 1, 2, 3. These 2 are subclavians. We've got brachiocephalic trunk, then the subclavians, and here's the left subclavian. Then you have 1 common carotid here. Okay, then it goes through the thoracic aorta, ultimately to this descending aorta and into the abdominal aorta area. Now, as you go through these, you kind of have to just break them down into parts. So like you have the subclavian here, then it turns into the axillary, then into the brachial, ultimately into the radial and ulnar. So when you look at them on here, once you've gone over it on the chart, then you start at the same place that you did on this chart. Here's the heart. Here's the ascending aorta and the aortic arch. And notice there's 3 branches coming off of here. Okay, that's that brachiocephalic trunk, which will turn into the subclavian. And here's your subclavian on this side, and here is one of your common carotids. This is your other common carotid that's going to come off that brachiocephalic, and that will let you know when that subclavian shows up there. Now, once you go around the corner, as soon as you start to see some of these branches, now you're getting into the axillary regions right here. And then from there, this is brachial. And then ultimately you can see where it splits into radial and ulnar on both sides. Okay. So let's see. You've got your ascending aorta, aortic arch. You've got your brachiocephalic here, which turns into your subclavian after the common carotid goes up. This right here would be the other common carotid. This is directly a subclavian. You don't have a brachiocephalic trunk there. Okay. Then after you've got your subclavians here, turns into axillaries, and then brachials, and then ultimately into, you can see it over here, radial and ulnar. All right, now let's see, going down, we have the thoracic aorta that's going to be descending. We won't be able to see any of these features right here. The posterior intercostals, I don't think, because this is stuff going to the lungs. We're not going to be able to see any of those. Here's the diaphragm. We also won't be able to see where that the aorta goes through that hiatus right there. Or I guess you could see it right here where it's entering. And then we can see the artery that goes to the liver. So that would be the hepatic artery, splenic artery that goes to the spleen, renal arteries that go to the kidneys. Okay. We also had this right here, where it splits into those, would be the celiac trunk that you see right there. Let's see, superior mesenteric. That superior mesenteric is probably this thing that's sticking out right here, and that will end up into the small intestines. Where else? Inferior mesenteric, I don't think.
That's number 6.
Isn't it? Did they say it was this one?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Okay, so that's going to be your inferior mesenteric right there, going to the large intestines. Gonadal, did it say these?
We can't
Those
figure it
long,
out.
skinny ones. That's what we are thinking because it looks a lot like the.
Because there's a gonadal veins also, but they don't put it in here. So would it be alongside the artery?
Yes. Look how long and thin they are. Okay. So yep, those would be the gonadal arteries there. And then we have, of course, when it splits, so here you have your descending aorta, or abdominal aorta, it's called both. Then it splits, common iliac, so the first split. And then right here, these little guys here are those internal iliacs, and as soon as you see those internal iliacs, the common iliacs become the external iliacs. And then about so far down, they become the femoral artery and the inguinal arteries. We may not be able to see the inguinal thing. Yeah, I don't think.
I think he just has the ligament.
Oh, okay. That's it? He doesn't have that on the list? Okay, well, let's not worry about it then. It's not on the list. Okay, so now we've pretty much gone through most of the major arteries that you can see on here. So then let's turn this over and go through the veins.